President Obama's talking to Univision, and he's going to talk about how you can get change. Now, listen carefully, because something he says here is going to be picked apart by the Republicans. Watch.
And the most important lesson I've learned is that you can't change Washington from the inside. You can only change it from the outside. That's how I got elected, and that's how the big accomplishments like healthcare got done, was because we mobilized the American people to speak out. That's how we were able to cut taxes for middle-class families. So something that I'd really like to concentrate on in my second term is being in a much more constant conversation with the American people so that they can put pressure on Congress to help move some of these issues forward.
All right, so of course Republicans see that and go, outrageous. Now, a lot of you might have thought, wait, where was that outrageous part? But funny enough, I actually think the Republicans are half right. So first, let's show you their overreaction. Here's Mitt Romney.
The president today threw in the white flag of surrender again. He said he can't change Washington from inside. He can only change it from outside. Well, we're going to give him that chance in November. He's going outside. I can change Washington. I will change Washington. President of the United States says he can't change Washington from the inside. He said he can't change Washington from inside. He says he can't change it from the inside.
Yeah, dude, I got it. Okay.
What about from the inside?
Okay, I'm not sure he covered that.
No, the president said, no, he did. He said the president said he can't change Washington.
Oh, he can't.
Oh, I missed that from the Romney speech. Well, in case it wasn't clear enough, they've already got an ad out in under 24 hours. Watch.
In 2008, didn't candidate Barack Obama run on the idea that he could fix Washington and change the status quo?
My whole campaign has been premised from the start on the idea that we have to fundamentally change how Washington works. I'm running to finally solve problems we talk about year after year after year, to end the division. The ways of Washington must change, and they must change now, and that's why I'm running for president of the United States.
If by his own admission he hasn't accomplished that, why should we give him another chance?
I've learned some lessons over the last 4 years, and the most important lesson I've learned is that you can't change Washington from the inside. You can't change Washington from the inside.
He said he can't change Washington from inside. He can only change it from outside. Well, we're going to give him that chance in November. This is time for a new president. I'll get the job done. We'll change Washington. We'll restore the economic strength we need to put people back to work.
So now the parts I disagree with the Republicans are on, look, you're going to change it to what? Like for more influence of money in politics? You're going to change it to more tax cuts for the rich, more wars? People aren't interested in that change, so they're full of crap. Number two, blaming President Obama for the partisanship over the last 4 years is insanity. That Republicans purposely put up roadblock after roadblock, and then they said, how dare you not cross the roadblocks? Well, it would have helped if you didn't put up the goddamn roadblocks on the road, right? So, and they had no interest in working with him. So that's my criticism of the GOP. On the other hand, President Obama does have a defeatist attitude, and he thinks, I cannot change Washington from the inside, even though he's the president of the United States of America. He thinks, oh, well, you know, what could I do? I got you 5% change because that's all I could do. And well, if you think you can't do it from the inside, well, then have some other Democrat run. Because on that, I think they're pretty right.
I think they're totally wrong. I think that President Obama has been totally consistent on this issue. I don't think he is a defeatist president at all. I think that he was a defeated president a lot of the time and not defeatist. You know, in 2008 at his convention in Denver, in his speech, he said, you cannot change Washington from the inside. We are here to change Washington from the outside. When he said we, he wasn't saying me. I am here to change it from the inside. He said, I can't do it from the inside. I need everybody. The whole idea is he was trying to build a people movement. Now, to your criticism and your anticipated criticism of the president, you know, he did come in here and he made a mistake. But what he did is he proved that you can't change it from the inside too. He proved his maxim. And he went in and he thought that he could get both compromise, that he could meet in the middle, and he had partners that would not meet him in the middle. He proved that you cannot change the way that these people operate and work. So the only way to get anything done is from the outside and from grassroots and from bigger than grassroots.
But Michael, two other problems with that. Look, number one, he hasn't learned that lesson at all.
Well,
because he says at the same exact time, hey, if I win, don't worry, then the Republicans won't bother running against me, and then we'll start to make deals. then apparently you've learned nothing.
Well, that I don't think that speaks to learning nothing. He even said it to Univision here. One thing that he'd like to change is he would like to take the pulse of the country, and I'm paraphrasing here, take the pulse of the country more than he has, extend the conversation more than he has.
I don't believe him at all.
Well, you don't have to believe him.
So that's point
what he's
number
saying.
2.
But everything he's done to that has either proven what he's complaining about or been consistent, because he was complaining about it before he complained about it to Univision. 4 years ago he did.
I'll just real quickly to say that he at times is a defeatist, and when he's a defeatist is when he's negotiating, because he starts from a position of defeat.
But negotiation is a defeat in some. I mean, you could look at
No, but there's a variety. If we're doing 0 to 100, right?
In a negotiation, you're giving something away. If you come in,
of course,
but
no. But that's what I'm saying. It's a spectrum, Michael. Of course, everybody agrees to that. If you're trying to get to 100, you know that if you compromise, maybe you get to 50. Everybody knows that's the real world. If you're married, you know that's the real world. If you have any kind of friendship, you live together, whatever it is, you know that that's the real world. The problem is President Obama starts the negotiation at 12 and winds up at 2. And you're like, oh my, why did you do that? I get it if you don't want to start at 100, but start at 80 or something.
So what we're left with then is we're left with no true progressive alternative ever, especially when our only progressive president to vote for in the last 10 years is a guy who's vowing to cut Social Security. I mean, that's his plan. I'm going to do it. I can't wait to get a Republican to agree with me to cut the most successful social program in the history of the world, even though there's nothing wrong with it and we could fix it easily. I'm going to cut it because I want to make it look like I'm a conciliatory to my enemies.
And let me pile on one more thing here, Michael, as we go here. He says, well, you got to do it from the outside. But whenever you try to do it from the outside, they call you fucking retarded. Literally. Rahm Emanuel went to the group called the Common Purpose, which was a collection of different progressive groups from the outside who were putting pressure on Blue Dog Democrats, because Blue Dog Democrats keep voting with the Republicans over and over again. And Rahm came in the room and said, what are you, fucking retarded?